All right, everybody. Fox 35 Storm Team Meteorologist Laurel Blanchard here, and we are tracking some storms starting to move into Alachua County. We saw a severe thunderstorm warning just off to the north, so we're going to be tracking that just for a little bit. So let's actually get to the radar. So what we're seeing right here is a severe thunderstorm warning across Stark and Lake counties, and we can see it especially across Bradford County as well. So slowly starting to move to the south, but ultimately a lot of lightning. It's not severe yet, but we are seeing some of those thunderstorms continuing to fire up. Hey, Kevin from Lakeland watching on YouTube. So right now we are on Facebook, we are on YouTube, and if you are in this area and are hearing some thunderstorms, definitely let us know. But earlier on today, we had a lot of storms out there. We had severe thunderstorm warnings across Volusia County, across Seminole County, across Brevard County. It was a busy evening, and in the midst of all that, the Melbourne radar, the Melbourne National Weather Service radar, it got struck by lightning. So we are using our Tallahassee radar, our WOFL radar, and Bithlo in order to get a good view of this storm right here. But yeah, lightning struck a radar earlier on today, and that's one of the radars that we use in order to see the storms across our region. So you can see the Tallahassee radar that's going to be coming in, and also the Jacksonville radar is currently down due to just renovations. So we are going to be looking at this from the Tallahassee radar. We can see a lot of that rain continuing just to make its way southward. It doesn't look like there's any special weather statements currently across Gainesville or moving into McIntosh yet. But I wouldn't be surprised if one pops up, because if I look a little bit closer, we can already start to see this hail core kind of form. And if we pop on our potential for hail, doesn't look like there's any right now, but just because of how quickly that popped up, it was definitely interesting, and we can already starting to see that cluster of lightning starting to pick up as well, which is usually a good, decent indicator of usually when we can see the potential for some hail to pop up. But luckily not seeing any rotation. That's the good news right there, as we kind of back up a little bit. Take the lightning off so we can see things a little better. So not seeing any rotation, however, it is just very gusty wind-wise. And as we take a look at our reflectivity once again, still seeing a lot of that possibility of very heavy rain over Gainesville right now, and we're going to continue to see that very heavy rain as we head through a little bit later on. We're going to continue to see this storm almost make a direct downward track, so down to the south. So as we do take a look right here, this is another look at our reflectivity, and let's pop back on our lightning count as well. So what we're seeing up here, and let me just stop this loop. There we go. So just over the past 15 minutes, we've seen this lightning count pick up and then die down. And so with that, we're seeing more of those storms continuing to pick up, strengthen a little bit as they make their way southward. But a lot of lightning usually means that that storm is either strengthening or there's something going on within the storm, whether it's hail or whether it's a little bit of rotation. And I think we're only going to be seeing the potential for some hail as the storm continues to pick up and die down. But let us know where you're writing in from, and let us know if you do have any storm reports from earlier on today. Jonathan writing in, anything in Eustis. Not really seeing anything in Eustis for the rest of the night. If anything, it's going to be Ocala down to Bellevue and the Villages. So I think Eustis should be in the clear. This probably won't even make it that far, hopefully, before it starts to fizzle out. But with that, we could see a couple more of those thunderstorms possibly make their way in across Flagler County as we head through the rest of the evening. So what we're going to be seeing right now is more of those storms just continuing to fire off with that lightning. And I'm going to check our National Weather Service chat, see if they're going to extend this. So just to the north of Alachua County, again, this is in Bradford County, not necessarily in our viewing area, but we were seeing those thunderstorms really starting to pick up around the Gainesville area, so that's why I kind of wanted to hop on. But there is a chance that this could be extended downward. So this is a severe thunderstorm warning in effect until 9:15. Not seeing any special weather statements popping up quite yet for these storms down here, but I wouldn't be surprised if one does pop up. But in the meantime, let me check our National Weather Service. And it looks like that's going to expire at 9:15. Again, I'm going to hold out a couple more minutes until this completely expires, and also just take a look at these storms as well, just because of how quickly these storms popped up, and we're still continuing to see that lightning count pop up as well. That may be due to this storm that's in Putnam County that's going to continue to make its way eastward, but for now, we are continuing to see these storms basically make this direct southward trend. So let's actually take a look and track this a little bit more. No lapse. Take a look at our skits. Maybe an ever so slight track down to the southeast, but overall, moving southeast at 14 miles per hour. Pop that off right here. Let's go from the heaviest rain first, because Gainesville, you might start to get this a little bit more, and take this down to 14. There we go. So if you're in any of these areas, Melrose, Fairbanks, Campville, you're going to be seeing this rain probably within the next 10 or 15 minutes. Also, areas across Copeland Settlement, Beckhamtown, you're going to be seeing this in a little bit as well. Let's jack up the places a little bit more. So yeah, Gainesville area, you're probably parts of the eastern side of Gainesville most likely going to be seeing a couple rounds of those thunderstorms, but because it was so close to Alachua, I did want to definitely hop on and give everyone a little bit of a heads up with that. Seeing lots of lightning from Lee on YouTube, lots of lightning the past couple of afternoons in Winter Springs. Lee, you're going to be seeing more of that rain as we head through the next couple of days as well. And there's that special weather statement that popped up for Gainesville moving down even into Marion County. So we're going to be watching this carefully just because of how quickly these storms popped up. Fingers crossed they should be continuing to hold this special weather statement, but I wouldn't be surprised if we did see another severe weather statement and a severe thunderstorm warning for this cluster of those storms. So again, if you're just joining us, kind of preemptively hopping on here, we did see a severe thunderstorm warning in effect for Bradford County, but that's not necessarily in our viewing area, so we wanted to hop on because this was going to be making its way right into parts of Gainesville and then most likely continuing down into parts of Marion County as well. So I wanted to kind of hop on here to get ahead of the game. But any weather watchers that are up here in the Alachua, Gainesville area, definitely send photos or storm reports into our newsroom in the weather watchers email, because we're going to be starting that up in the evening. So definitely let us know. And let me hop back to Facebook to make sure I'm not missing any comments out there. Nope, looks like we're still good on Facebook. So what we're, again, keeping an eye on right here is a severe thunderstorm warning in Bradford County that's slowly making its way into Alachua County. Seeing a lot of lightning. We saw lightning in the 270s a couple minutes ago, and now it's up to 328. So that's just a little bit of a key-in of there's something probably happening within this storm, whether it's just picking up and producing hail, producing very heavy winds, kind of just picked up because it picked up on some sort of boundary. But overall, we're continuing to see lots of heavy rain and possibly some very gusty winds, because that's really the main indicator of what exactly is a severe thunderstorm when you're talking winds over 45 miles per hour. But luckily not seeing any rotation. Good news right there. And let me actually check our storm relative velocity. Yeah, not seeing any rotation, which is good. Or not any concerning rotation, which is definitely good out there. Seeing a little bit of shear, but again, that's usually just because it's picking up on the wind. But again, we are just seeing a lot of that rain. And as we take a look also, let's see our severe. Looking at the possibility of hail. Okay, so not seeing any crazy things of shear, which is good. I'm surprised we're not seeing the possibility of hail, just with how quickly this popped up, especially because we are seeing this little bit of a lightning cluster from Gainesville all the way down to Alachua and Hawthorne area. That's something that is definitely a key in that probably something's picking up over here. Also taking a look at our hail swath, not really seeing anything, but it looks like we did see a possibility of some hail up towards Lake Butler area. Again, parts of Bradford County, not necessarily in our viewing area, but I kind of had the inkling that we were going to be seeing another severe thunderstorm warning pop up near the Gainesville area. But overall, taking a look back at our reflectivity, oops. There we go, that's better. So again, if you're just joining us, keeping an eye on a severe thunderstorm warning in Bradford County, but now that's continuing to move southward. Seeing a severe thunderstorm warning in areas across Alachua County, so we're going to be continuing just to monitor this. It's a special weather statement. It just proves that there's a strong thunderstorm in the area, but it's not quite up to that severe risk or severe threat quite yet. But again, just look at that lightning count. So usually when we talk about storms, a good kind of key in is that lightning count. So once you see that lightning count really pick up, it means that there's something happening within the storm, whether it's picking up quite a bit, dying down quite a bit, or it's starting to collapse. That's usually a decent indicator of why we're going to be seeing this special weather statement get issued. And speaking of which, let me do another check on our Jacksonville chat. So this is in effect until 9:30, so we have about 15 minutes left. They're not indicating if it is going to go severe or not. Right now, they're clocking in moving south at 50 miles. Okay, so it's just shy of severe strength, is what we're seeing right here across Gainesville. So it's wind and the possibility of hail. And right now they're seeing the wind. They're not necessarily seeing the possibility of hail quite yet, as of radar indicated. So we're going to be continuing to monitor this Gainesville storm. But it's a pretty nasty storm out there. I do not know if we have any cameras that even just face towards that way. I don't think we do. I know we have an Ocala camera, but I do not know if it's actually, I know we can't control it, so I don't know if we can see the lightning that's happening with this storm. But we're seeing a lot of lightning continuing to pick up as the storm continues to make its way southward. So if anyone's in that area, definitely let us know what you're seeing, what you're seeing out there when it comes to rain or when it comes to the lightning as well. And let me switch back to Facebook to make sure I'm not missing anything up there. But continuing just to watch this, but for now, let's switch over to our storm relative velocity. Again, kind of just checking out the winds. This is a product that we do use for tornadoes in rotation, but not seeing anything too bad out there right now. We do see dynamics within the storm, so nothing concerning at the moment, which is good. And let's stop this, and let's also take our little dropper. Okay, and again, when we're talking about this radar in particular, again, we're using the Tallahassee radar because the Jacksonville one's down. The Melbourne one was struck by lightning earlier today, so not necessarily a good day in order to be a radar today. But with that, this is shooting much higher up in the air, so we're kind of getting the best view that we can get, but we're seeing these wind speeds a little bit skewed. So not necessarily going off of that, but according to the National Weather Center, or the National Weather Service, they did clock in a 45 mile per hour gust. So we're going to be watching that closely. But right now, let's switch gears to see our accumulation, because with that kind of storm, usually when we see a lot of lightning, and a lot of lightning with this storm, as well as that almost potential for a hail core, we do see the potential for a lot of rain in a short amount of time. So just in the past hour, let me take off the lightning here. Oops. There we go. Yeah, just in the past hour, areas across Stark County easily picked up a ½ inch of rain. Let's actually take that. 2 inches of rain as that storm popped up, and that was probably about an hour and a half ago, maybe. Seeing in other areas in Bradford County, clocking in over 1.5 inches of rain, moving into Alachua County, where this severe thunderstorm warning kind of just skimmed areas of Alachua County. seeing already close to an inch of rain, and down by Gainesville, as this storm has only been in there for maybe 15 minutes, looking at almost 3/4 of an inch of rain, and same down by Mechanipe as well, seeing just under 3/4 of an inch. So a lot of rain in a short amount of time out there for sure. And we're also going to be seeing a lot more of those storms continuing to roll in as we head through the next couple of days. So here are your rain chances, and this is really going to be affecting us region-wide. We have an 80% chance of rain through the day tomorrow, 70% chance on Tuesday, and because we are going to be seeing much more of that torrential rain tomorrow and Tuesday, they are impact days for us here in Central Florida. So make sure, again, you are staying weather aware. We're going to be seeing a lot of rain in the next couple of days. So just make sure, again, you're staying weather informed. There's going to be, again, a lot of rain in a short amount of time. Nothing too much different than what we normally see on just a widespread stormy afternoon. But this is going to be a little bit different. We're not going to be seeing more of the hail risk. We're going to be seeing much more of a rain risk over the next couple of days, and that is all due to this area right here. And we're going to take a quick break, and we're going to just pop up the radar super quick just to see if this possibly goes severe. So I'm going to pop off my mic for a hot second, keep this radar up, and we will come back in a few minutes. But right here, let's pop up our Tallahassee radar, making sure everything's good. Again, a special weather statement in effect until 9:30. We're just going to watch this again because we have a lot of lightning, and that lightning counter continues to go up. So we're going to be watching this for the next couple of minutes. But we're going to take a quick break. We'll be back in about 2 minutes to talk about this storm and keep an eye on it, because again, if it goes severe, this is going to be heading right into parts of Marion County. So we'll be back in just a few seconds. Quick pronunciation check by one of our reporters for the news tonight, so I had to hop off there for a second. But again, still keeping an eye on this thunderstorm as it continues to rack up that lightning count and make its way southward. But what we're going to continue to watch, again, checking in on our National Weather Service chat. This is the Jacksonville area, so how everything is split up between the National Weather Service offices is a little odd. Just because of the jurisdictions that they kind of cover. But it doesn't look like they are going to issue a severe thunderstorm warning. It looks like the winds are starting to calm down, but they are still keeping the special weather statement for Alachua and parts of Marion County. So what we're going to continue to monitor is this storm just making this ever so slightly southeasterly track. So with this front edge of the storm, continuing to see this right here making its way, it's about 15 miles per hour, ever so slightly down to the southeast. So McIntosh, you're going to be seeing a lot of heavy rain in the next couple of minutes. Let's jack our places up a little bit. There we go. Areas across Bay Lake, you're going to be seeing a lot of that heavy rain in a few minutes. McIntosh, Reddick, you're going to be seeing this within the next couple of minutes as well as Martin and Eureka. This is going to be slowly making its way down towards Bruceville, probably within the next 20 minutes or so. But this lightning count is crazy. We've been seeing a lot of lightning with this storm. Just within the past 15 minutes, just take a look at this. It has gone from 316 to 434 estimated lightning strikes within the past couple of minutes. So this storm is really picking up. Starting to see it die down across northern Alachua County, but here we're just continuing to see this make its way just to the west of Gainesville. So Earlton, Hawthorne, Pfeiffer, and again down towards Cross Creek, moving into Marion County. We're going to be watching this closely. And again, I'm keeping an eye on our National Weather Service chat. And this expires at 9:30, so we'll see if another one gets issued. But for now, we're just seeing a lot of that lightning continuing to make its way from Gainesville down to almost Putnam County. So you're seeing Eureka, seeing a couple of lightning strikes already. And again, the biggest thing with this storm is the lightning. And lightning, I cannot stress enough that lightning is super dangerous, and if you ever hear thunder, that means lightning is in range. So the best thing you can do is just try to make sure you get inside as quick as possible. Taking a look, and yes, so they put out another special weather statement, again with all of this rain and this lightning continuing to make its way down into Marion County. Going to be monitoring this for a little bit longer, but this does look like we are seeing another special weather statement for Reddick, almost down to Ocala. Not quite fully Ocala, but also over to Salt Springs. We're going to be seeing this in effect until 10 p.m. I'm surprised that they haven't put this out as a severe thunderstorm warning. But this is in effect until 10 p.m. So we're going to be watching this storm very carefully, especially this area right here where we're seeing all of those lightning strikes. So let's do a little bit of a reset. Again, for the rest of the region, we're pretty quiet. We're just quite literally watching this storm. And maybe a little bit of this guy right here as it tries to make its way into Flagler County. But this one's going to be raining itself out very soon. But backing out just a little bit, there's nothing else that we're really tracking, with the exception of maybe a little bit of a storm across Osceola County. So let's actually switch over to that. Little bit of lightning right there. But luckily earlier on this afternoon, where southern Brevard County and this area of Osceola County, they did see a good amount of storms already. This should be moving southward, so towards Micco area and into Indian River County within the next couple minutes. So not totally worried about this little storm right here. It's going to be bringing in some rain into parts of southern Brevard County and Indian River County. My main focus is up here, where we are seeing still crazy lightning counts, as well as the possibility of hail. So let's actually switch back to our Tallahassee radar. Take a look at our severe products. And let's take a look at the hail potential again. Not really seeing the potential for some hail. But again, where this radar is, and if you're just joining us, we talked about this a little while ago. The Tallahassee radar is the radar that we're looking at. So a little bit further away, we're kind of using a combination of the Tallahassee radar and our radar in Bithlo. So something that we're going to be, unfortunately, kind of troubleshooting a little bit is the little bit of a troubleshoot. Because the Jacksonville radar is down for renovations, and also the Melbourne radar was struck by lightning because of the storms earlier on today. So they're hopefully going to get that fixed, but we are watching from 2 different radars, so it's going to be a little bit tougher to give you like current and a best view of the storm, but we make it work, which is what we do. So moving back to our level 2. Okay, looks like most of this is just going to be rain making its way into Marion County. However, still seeing a good amount of rain just to the west of Gainesville, Campbell, Hawthorne, seeing a lot of rain. So we're going to be focusing in on that quite a bit as we head through the next couple of minutes, because we are really going to be seeing this intense rain make its way into Reddick and eventually Ocala as we head through the next couple of minutes. So heads up for that. It kind of also just looks like the back end of the storm kind of is combining forces with this front end of the storm, which could allow for that little bit of pickup that we're seeing right here. Let's pop back on our lightning, and we're still seeing that lightning count go up, which is a little concerning that these storms kind of aren't calming down. But again, we saw those storms mainly across the region, across Flagler, Volusia County. We're kind of in like a fresh zone over here, so kind of switching gears just a little bit. This is our 12-hour rain totals, and I'm going to put this on pause. No lapse. Turn it off for a second, and let's turn off lightning for a hot second too. So overall, this is just within the past hour. So what we're seeing in Gainesville and Bradford County and Alachua County moving down into Ocala, this is only just within the past hour or so. So actually, I'm going to switch this to the past 6 hours. So we've been seeing rain from Palm Coast, St. Augustine, all the way down to Mico, basically, and that's the end of our viewing area right there, Yeehaw Junction as well. And we haven't really seen any storms in this part of the viewing area, so Alachua County, Marion County, Sumter County, even parts of Lake County and Claremont. Claremont, I know, got a little bit of a sprinkle today, but haven't really seen anything since. So this is kind of fresh environment that kind of hasn't been touched yet, is what we're watching at the moment. So switching gears ever so slightly, we can see right here, again, from using our Tallahassee radar, let's switch gears back to Tallahassee. There we go. And also seeing another little thunderstorm in Palatka as well. So if you're in the Palatka area, definitely let us know what you're seeing. But this is going to ever so slightly make its way down into Flagler County, but fingers crossed, hopefully that starts to rain itself out in the next couple of minutes. Oh, there we go. I was wondering why the warnings weren't on. But it does look like the special weather statement was also flagged for this little storm right here. And again, what these special weather statements are, when we see these like yellow blinking boxes, that's when we know it's a little bit more serious. But these are just strong thunderstorms that aren't quite at that severe strength quite yet. Usually they're close, and it's the National Weather Service basically saying these are strong storms. They have the potential to become severe. They're not quite there just yet. So that's something that we're watching right now as these storms slowly make their way to the south. But fingers crossed that this little storm right here, as it continues to slowly make its way into Flagler County, it's going to be making an ever so slight southeasterly track. And what we could see here is this starting to go over of Panoma Park and Crescent City area. Maybe seeing a little bit more of this, but this is something that we're going to be watching in the next couple of minutes. So again, focusing in on here, let's do a base velocity check. Luckily, again, not seeing any rotation, which is great. That's the good news. And with this, we're still just continuing to see this ever so slight southeasterly track with this line right here. And we just checked a couple minutes ago for hail, but I think this storm may slowly start to weaken while this one is slowly starting to pick up. So I'm curious to kind of see how these storms kind of play off each other. But heads up, we are going to be going live at 10. on Fox 35, and we will continue to monitor these storms. And fingers crossed, hopefully, these storms will slowly start to rain themselves out within the next couple of minutes. But again, kind of just monitoring everything, and that's kind of why I wanted to come on here to either A, get ahead of the severe thunderstorm warning, or just make sure that everyone was all set as it continued to make its way into Alachua and now parts of Marion County as well. But it looks like with this guy, there's a lot of lightning with this storm. Wow, that's crazy. Again, I wish we had a camera up there because I can't see anything from our wall of cameras. If you see me referencing up here, we have a whole grid of our cameras, and it's helpful when we're trying to like look for storms. But we are seeing a lot of lightning with this storm, so we are going to be very careful with this storm right here. And again, it's tough to see a little bit of a view of this one, just because it is kind of right in the dead center of our two radars. So we're using Tallahassee and then our radar here in Bithlo to keep track of these storms right here. So with both of these radars, we have a pretty good view, but it is kind of in a tough spot to kind of see exactly what is happening with this line. And let's take a look at our severe products over here as well. Okay, never mind. But seeing a lot of lightning with this storm, and again, I keep checking the hail possibility as well, just because usually whenever we see these little magenta pockets, usually means that this storm is extremely tall up in the atmosphere, and that's when we see the possibility of hail. Luckily though, we're starting to see this collapse a little bit, but and rain itself out, but we're still seeing a little bit of that hail potential, possibly making its way down towards Eureka. Also seeing another potential up by Palatka as well. But we will wrap up here in a couple minutes as we continue to monitor these storms, because we will be live on air at 10. But again, just wanted to kind of hop on and get a little bit proactive with these storms that we're continuing to fire up. Wow, this lightning count is crazy between these two storms, and I'm surprised that this one has kind of lasted as long as it did, because again, we've been monitoring storms making its way southward, Lakeside down to Crescent City, pretty much all evening. So I'm surprised that this part of the atmosphere hasn't like overturned quite yet. But most of these looks like they are still staying severe weather statements. Let me do one last check on our National Weather Service chat. Doesn't look like the Jacksonville office itself is saying anything. Looks like they are just continuing to monitor. So for now, we're going to wrap up here. But if you are in the Alachua area, have any photos that you would like to send in, or Ocala, the storm is going to be making its way down towards Ocala within the next couple of minutes. So let's actually track that before we wrap up. No lapse. Making its way southward at about 17 miles per hour. And let's do 6. Okay, so moving into Ocala, probably within the next hour or so, we should really start to see this storm move in, maybe even a little bit sooner. So we're going to continue to monitor these storms as we head through the rest of the evening. But again, make sure you tune in tonight at 10. I'll be breaking whatever's left on the radar, and hopefully these storms will slowly start to rain themselves out as we head through the next little bit. But everyone, make sure you are staying weather aware. Again, for the next 2 days, we are under a weather impact day. So again, make sure you have that Fox Local app downloaded, and we will be continuing to track the tropics through the rest of the overnight tonight, as well as through the start of the work week, because all of this is influenced basically by a tropical disturbance. And we'll do a quick check-in of the tropics as a little sneak peek. But Monday and Tuesday are weather impact days because of the torrential rain and some storms that we could see. But here's a little bit of a sneak peek. Seeing a disturbance now, very, very slight circulation off the east coast of Florida. And this is all that tropical moisture that's going to really fire up our storms as we head through the day tomorrow. Still a 20% chance of some sort of formation, but we're going to be seeing lots of heavy rain the next 2 days. And then this is all that moisture that could possibly get a little bit of that circulation once it makes its way to the Gulf. So with Florida, same with Chantal, it's going to be a big rainmaker. So again, make sure you are staying weather aware. All right, everybody, thank you so much for joining me tonight. And tune in at 10 so we can track the rest of these storms that are continuing to fire up across Central Florida. Have a great night.